What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another unboxing review video. And oh my god, did Daiwa do it again? Did they break their previous ultralight, lightest spinning reel they had from the previous generation Daiwa Airity to this new generation Daiwa Airity for 2024? Yeah, I think they did, bottom line. So we're going to talk about the meat and potatoes, whether it's worth upgrading to this brand new Daiwa Airity, what kind of angler it's targeted for, what type of fish, what kind of lures you're going to be using, all the features and benefits you're getting with this high-end ultra super finesse spinning reel that's super ultra light, super small for Daiwa standards. Anyways, yeah, I'm seriously mind blown at the engineering that they put into this. But before we get into the meat potatoes, right, and the bird's eye view, quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is Digitaka.com. Guys, if you don't know who Digitaka.com is, they are the main website that RX Angler uses for any JDM fishing tackle, whether that's rods, reels, lures, reels from Shimano, Abu Garcia, Daiwa, all high-end stuff. If you're looking for a pair of pliers or maybe some Japanese sandals, hey, they have it there too. It's the lowest price, straight from Japan to your doorstep in 3 to 5 business days. And right now the Japanese yen is very weak against the US dollar, so you're saving a lot of money. But if that's not good enough for you, I'm going to hook you up with a brand new discount code just because you're following RX Angler, and that new discount code is 3WY. Once again, 3WY. Hurry up and use that discount code because it expires at the end of October. You just type that in when you check out and boom, you save yourself a few extra dollars. And perhaps you're stumbled upon this video and it's past October and that coupon code is expired. Have no fear. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Send me a direct message via Instagram. I'd be more than happy to hook you up with a brand new discount code. But keep in mind, if you're not following me on Instagram and you send me a message, I don't get those messages. People that follow me that do send me messages, I do see them and I hook those guys up with a discount code pronto. So without further ado, let's go to the bird's eye view and check out this super finesse ultralight reel from Daiwa today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The all new Daiwa Airity for 2024. I have the SF 2500 SS HQD, and we'll go over all this in just a minute. So this is what you're going to get for this high-end ultralight SFS BFS spinning reel from Daiwa. As you can see, it's a plain black box. Not much to really see here. Is it made in Japan for you Japanese freaks? There you have it, made in Japan. So let's go ahead and get on with the show, shall we? Open this box up, see exactly what comes with this. And there we go. Being a high-end reel, I expected some kind of pouch, even though it's kind of a lower end pouch. Not too... nothing to write about, whatever. Okay, so there's a handle right there. There's the reel right here. Oh my gosh, that is so... It's small, man. Let me just show you guys. But let me go through the motions first just to show you what else you get in the box. Daiwa information. Don't care. Japanese writing. We don't care. Whatever. Alright, so I'm going to put that in the box. Go and open this bad boy up because that's why you guys clicked on the video, right? Oh my gosh, dude, this thing is freaking small. Wow. Alright, let's go and put everything in the box, and I'm going to put everything together, and we're going to take a closer look. Man, this thing is so small. Wow, it's micro. I mean, look, okay, just to put in a reference, right? My hand is a medium-large, more towards large, glove size hand, all right? And I'm putting this right in the palm. As you can see, my hand engulfs this small reel, and this is a 2500 series, okay? It goes down to 1000, and if you're looking for something that's just a little bit more smaller, they have 1000 series, and we'll go over all that in just a minute. But dang, this thing, wow, this thing is so smooth. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Daiwa? Dude, butter smooth, man. Hot knife through butter. Made in Japan. I mean, this is, honestly, guys, I sound excited, but I am not surprised at all. I mean, this is what I expected for a high-end SFS super finesse spinning reel from Daiwa, who is one of the pioneers, honestly, for BFS, FSS, Shimano, you can argue is. But Daiwa has been doing this for a long time with their Steez lineup, the SVTW, which I have, and I am going to do a review. I know some of you guys have actually messaged me about it. I just want to kind of use it first and take a different route on the review than the ones you usually see, but I'm digressing. Anyways, the color scheme on this, I'm a sucker for gunmetal. If you guys know, I am a sucker for gunmetal, and this is gunmetal galore. Gunmetal galore with gold accents, man. I mean, it's like they read the mind of RX Angler. They knew the color scheme that I'm most attracted to, and voila, there it is. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this color scheme, but this thing, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking reel, and I hope when the new Exist comes out, it's not chrome. It's some kind of color scheme like this, but on another level. But we'll get to that when that does come out soon. But yeah, this, my gosh, it's so smooth. I mean, if you guys know that when it comes to spinning reels, the Daiwa Airity is one of those models you need to look up to, especially if you're a BFS, FSS fanatic. And I wouldn't call myself a BFS, SFS fanatic per se. I do use a lot of finesse light lures. I'm not crazy like some of these other guys that use like freaking, I don't know, 0.0001 gram lures and they're trying to throw them like 30 yards. I mean, I don't go that extreme, but I do use ultralight stuff. I'll go down to 1/32, the lowest, you know, with bugs lures. I like to kind of keep it around the 3/16 maybe average per se, but kind of digressing. But my point is I use ultralight stuff, finesse stuff, and the Airity is going to fit perfectly in the type of fishing I like to do, targeting redfish, flounder, speckled trout off the Texas coast. Oh yeah, quick drag, QD. Yeah, we'll go over that in just a second. But anyways, Daiwa has released their lightest spinning reel yet for 2024. As the title implied, this is, according to Daiwa, all right, the lightest reel they have ever made, period. Daiwa says that the Airity is ultra lightweight and has achieved both unprecedented lightness and strength. This is all straight from the Japanese website. In fact, Daiwa claims that their LT2500, this is a 2500, 2500S model only weighs 4.58 ounces. 4.58 ounces. That is crazy lightweight for a spinning reel. And in general, spinning reels are heavier, a little bit heavier than bait casting reels because they have more material. I would argue more parts. It's just, in general, spinning reels are heavier. But 4.58 ounces, that is so freaking light. I can't even imagine. This is not 4.58 ounces, all right? But we'll measure this one, see exactly what the weight is. Anyways, that's the lightest in Daiwa's history, 4.58 ounces. They have never put out a spinning reel that's lighter than that. So you're looking at history with this Airity lineup. I can hear you say, hey, Nick, 4.58 ounces? 4.58 ounces is not light because Shimano just released the new 2024 Vanford, which I did a review. You can watch right here. And it weighs only 5.46 ounces. In my head, me speaking personally, I'm like, well, 5.46 weighs more than 4.58, right? But you can also say, well, for the price point, this costs way more than that Vanford, and I'd rather pay less money and get the Vanford at 5.46 ounces. And if you say that, you got a point. I mean, there is a hard argument for that, and I can't, everyone is different in their affordability, what and their price ranges. What can they, if they have disposable income, etc., they can afford a high-end SFS, BFS type reel like this Airity, or if they want something light and they want something cheaper, they can go with the Vanford. It's really up to the person. But I mean, once you examine this new Airity further, and you'll see that the body is made of magnesium, all right? You can't say that about the Vanford. Magnesium is a metal. It's considered a metal, right? The Vanford is a CI4 plus, like carbon fiber resin plastic that gives it its lightweightness, but it's not as rigid, as tough as magnesium, and magnesium is still very light. Magnesium is used in the racing scene. If you look at some of these forged rims that some of these supercars have, they're made out of magnesium. So yes, magnesium has its place in use for tools that you need. You're striving for lightweightness. So let's go over the new features real quick that the 2024, the new generation Daiwa Airity has compared to the previous generation Daiwa Airity. You're going to get a better and lighter air drive system and air drive system design, excuse me. And you're probably asking, well, what is an air drive design system? As you can see, it's written right there. Basically, that's 4 different parts. Daiwa includes, it's called like, it's a whole integrated system. So air drive design is including its bale, its spool, the shaft and rotor, which, right here is a rotor, the shaft's inside obviously. But what they're trying to tell you is that air drive system, they all incorporate these 4 main parts and make them lighter, stronger, and more efficient, and therefore give the angler a better experience on the water, especially if they're using this Airity model with the new air drive system. You have improved mag seal, so it's going to be waterproof, dustproof, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, this is some of the things that you don't get on the Vanford, right? For the price point. If you're a kayak fisher like me, and you're traveling from marsh to marsh or lake to lake, whatever the case may be, water splashes onto your reels when you're traversing across bodies of water. It just happens with wind, chop, whatever, water hitting against your kayak, it splashes. And if you're salt water or brackish water like me, it can really ruin fishing reels. So I need that mag seal protection from dustproof and from waterproof, or being waterproof rather. You have the tougher DigiGear, so that just means the inside is going to be a little bit tougher, more robust compared to the previous generation Airity. Monocoque body, magnesium body. I mean, it looks really good, really good. New quick drag system. So that's what the quick drag right here, the QD. This specific model, the 2500 SSH QD, is the only model that actually has a quick drag system. So basically what that means is just allows you for quick adjustments on the drag knob when you're fighting fish, to give you more sensitivity, a little bit more tailored adjustment at a quicker rate. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference, to be frank, on the water, but I chose to get it because I wanted to try this new quick drag system, see what this technology is all about. I'm actually kind of interested because, I mean, I can argue, well, I can use any drag system and quickly, tailor the need or the power that I need when I'm fighting a fish. I mean, but we'll see what that's all about. It's also important to note that Daiwa breaks down the Airity into 2 different categories, all right? 2 different categories for 2 different type of anglers, all right? There's an SF concept, which stands for super finesse. And as you can see, this is right here, an SF, hope you guys can, SF 2500. SF meaning it's a super finesse categoried reel. Does that make sense? Okay, and the other category is going to be LT, and that's short for light. So basically, if you're the type of angler that likes to throw super ultralight stuff, SFS, BFS, whatever you want to call it, super ultralight, I mean, like lures that are 1/32, maybe even 1/64, you want to throw those type of lures and catch big fish with it, you probably want to use an SF model. The LT model, obviously, are going to be the models that have a little bit bigger body. They're going to weigh a little bit more. They're not going to be as light as the SF models from the Airity lineup. I would say it's more for a versatile use. So if you're looking for something that's really lightweight, you probably, but you need versatility and you don't really care about throwing ultralight, small, super finesse lures, LT model might be the one you want to look at. LT, I would probably argue that the closest competitor to the LT Airity models would probably be the Shimano Vanquish, their upper models. The smaller Shimano Vanquishes obviously are going to be a direct competitor to the Daiwa Airity SF models. Another important information that distinguishes SF from the LT model is that the SF is going to come with 1 less ball bearing. So, instead of, 11 plus 1 or 13 plus 1, you're going to get 10 plus 1 for this specific model, or any other model that has the designated letters SF in the nomenclature. They did that obviously to reduce weight, I'm assuming. The LT is going to be, you can assume that's probably going to be just a hair bit smoother, but to a point where can you really make a difference out in the water when you're fighting a fish? I mean, that'd be hard to say. Like I said, LT is a lightweight, versatile spinning reel for the people that don't care to throw the super ultralight, super finesse ultralight stuff. I mean, it'll work pretty much for everyone, honestly. The specs we're going to have right here, guys, if you just want to follow along, there's going to be 1,000 to 5,000 sizes. Not literally 1,000 different or 5,000 different sizes, just the 1,000 series size. I have the 2,500, so the 1,000 obviously is going to be a little bit smaller than this. The 5,000 series, if you guys been fishing long enough, you know how big a 5,000 series reel is going to be. But on the flip side, the LT 5000 is still only like 7.23 ounces. If you compare that to a 5,000 series Shimano Twin Power, the Twin Power is probably going to be like 11, 12 ounces. So you're still saving a huge amount of weight comparing those two. I mean, what I'm trying to prove is that the Airity is on the lightweightness side of the Daiwa lineup per se. Gear ratio, you have 4.6 to 6.2 depending on which size you get. Obviously, maximum draft force is going to be 6.6 pounds up to 22 pounds. 22 obviously going to be with a 5,000 series. 6.6 you're going to have with 1,000. And honestly, that's a lot of drag force for a small spinning reel. 6.6 pounds usually. When you go into like the 500 series, which you can argue the Daiwa Airity 1000 is pretty much equal to the 500, a plain 500 series from Shimano. Those drags are like 5 pounds or possibly lower, but 6.6, that's pretty tough. I mean, you can catch big redfish with 6.6 pounds of drag. You just gotta fight them for a little bit, but I mean that's the point of fishing, right? Having fun bringing in that big old fish. Weight, once again, is 4.58 ounces. It's the smallest weight for the 1,000 series, up to 7.23 ounces for the 5,000. And ball bearings, we talked about earlier, you have 10 plus 1, which this model has 10 plus 1, or 11 plus 1, 13 plus 1 if you go with the LT models. And as usual, I am going to go ahead and weigh this reel right here just to show you how much this weighs from the factory. Make sure their quality control is on par. Look at that, 4.8 ounces. 4.8 ounces for this reel. That is sick, super sick. Once again, 4.8 ounces, you don't really see that unless you have a bait casting reel. 4.8 ounces is kind of really a rare thing for a spinning reel. Once again, you have more components, more metal, bigger size, spinning reels compared to bait casting reels. I mean, just the engineering and the marvel, the design that the Japanese engineers did to make this Airity, there's no words, honestly. All right, so we talked about the specs and features, and we looked at the looks, and you heard me drool all over this reel. So who is the new Airity designed for? In my opinion, it is designed for the BFS or SFS angler that is looking to buy a high quality, light and durable spinning reel. Once again, if you are that type of angler, you need to get the SF model, okay? SF stands for super finesse. Someone that prefers the use of a spinning reel for finesse applications instead of a bait casting reel. So I know a lot of guys out there that actually still prefer using spinning reels because some people just love to hear that drag. I mean, doesn't that sound sexy? I mean, I love that sound. Also, they just love to, hold their reels in certain ways. Just love the mechanism of the spinning reel. It's easier. They don't have to worry about birds nesting, etc., etc. I mean, there's a million reasons why someone would want to use a spinning reel versus a bait casting reel. So the important question is, if you have the previous Daiwa Airity, is it worth upgrading to this new generation? That's a hard argument. Honestly, that's a hard argument. I mean, what you're sacrificing, I mean, really not much weight difference. You can argue that this new generation Airity has a better air drive system, but if you're happy with the old generation Airity and it's giving you pleasure, a lot of pleasure fishing, and it still works great, I honestly can't really recommend you upgrade to this new Airity model. But if you're new to Daiwa and you're looking for a spinning reel that's high-end, made in Japan, has the best technology, and that's super lightweight and is designed for super finesse ultralight lures, yes, definitely get the Airity. Use my discount code. Go to digitaco.com. Go buy yourself one and use this for many, many, many years to come and catch big, big fish. Guys, what do you think about this new Daiwa Airity? Is this a BFS type spinning reel? Well, of course it is. Let's back up. Of course it's going to be a BFS type spinning reel, or what people like to call SFS. Is it worth it? Is it worth upgrading if you have the previous generation? That's going to be something that you have to decide on yourself. But I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. And by the way, it helps with analytics, right? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this new Daiwa Airity new generation for 2024. Do you think it's worth the money, the price? Do you think it's worth the price-weight ratio? Do you think the features and the new air drive system is worth all the hype that it's getting? I honestly think so, but my opinion might differ from you. That's why I love to hear what you think. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, hitting that like button, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I love every single one of you guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.